The diagnosis checklist has been redesigned to provide a sleeker look and more efficient user interface that contains previous functionality with added features and integration with the new diagnosis search tool. Legacy checklists will be converted upon viewing them. Within the note, you have the ability to open the checklist or add diagnoses directly. When you click the Add Diagnosis button, the Diagnosis Search dialog will open, allowing you to perform an ICD-10 search, an ICD-9 search, as well as utilize the crosswalk functionality, which allows you to enter an ICD-9 code and then the system will return the applicable ICD-10 codes that match that initial ICD-9 code. Once the applicable diagnosis has been located and selected, click the OK button and the system will open the Add to Problem List dialog, allowing you to configure the details for that diagnosis. And then, when finished, save the selection directly into the chart. When you click the Open button, the Diagnosis Checklist dialog is opened within the note, and you will see two panes, the right being the diagnosis template that was set up in the template editor, and the left displaying chart diagnoses, anything already existing in the patient's chart, and encounter diagnoses, showing any diagnoses that have been worked on or added in the current checklist. The right pane may also contain diagnosis groups represented by the tabs at the top of the dialog, unspecified and hypertension in our example. To add a diagnosis to the patient's chart, you can click the plus button next to any item in the right pane, or you can click the Search Add Diagnosis button at the bottom to access the Diagnosis Search dialog to search for an applicable diagnosis code, similar to the manner in which we used in the previous section when adding a diagnosis directly into the chart. Once a diagnosis is selected, the Add to Problem List dialog will appear and information can be configured. However, once the particular diagnosis information is configured, it will appear in the Encounter Diagnoses section of the checklist. The diagnosis information does not go into the patient's chart until the OK button is clicked, thereby allowing you to cancel all actions, if needed.